And you had spoke on Justin Combs' involvement with these things. Do you feel like Justin was maybe being groomed? I mean, to be under that kind of tutelage from day one, do you see him as a victim as well? Like,
Um, I don't know. You know, when it comes to the children, I try my hardest not to speak on them because I feel bad for them. I do. They all had parents, and parents made choices. You
mm,
know, their parents made choices. I The Lori Harvey story in itself, and then listening to Roger Bonds talk about how the boys were included in Daddy's fun time. Like who's stripping down naked in front of their kid and just banging out a couple whores with their kid there? What was he doing? Holding the camera? Was he holding a leg? Or was he holding her face down? Like, what was he doing?
okay.
No, seriously. What was he doing in that bathroom with shots being fired, ringing out, and leaving behind a trail of liquid DNA and a guy who just disappeared?
Hey,
Like for Misa to come forward and want to sue Gene Deal like it's all distraction. These are just more distractions to keep people up in arms with the bullshit so nobody's paying attention to the fact that they are sanitizing this whole crime scene of a mess to let the industry off the hook and just blame it all on Diddy. Meanwhile, all of this is going on while the DV4D case is happening, and that poor child, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, was found in the trunk of his car. Like people aren't even realizing that thing was popping off just before Diddy's sentencing. And now the management and the PR team and the label are all scrambling. And they got TMZ doing damage control just like they was doing for the deadlift. This is all about saving the industry. Now
hey,
you got Brother Bilal back on the scene doing interviews again about Will and Jada and talking about Will and Jada doing stuff with kids. Now he's saying that Bashir Gray told him directly that he had been essayed by Will and Diddy. That's what Belial is saying. Tell me something. Have you ever heard anybody else say
it's new information.
that? Have you never heard anybody say that before?
Kids?
Yeah, you never heard me. I could have sworn to God I said it back in 2022 when y'all asked me if I was going to see that Fright of a film.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah, you did
that's
say
that.
you
it.
That
had
was
to
that
have
was
kids.
a year. That was a year before Belial came to the internet, telling wild tales of Dwayne Martin power drilling Will Smith over the edge of a couch.
Damn, my power drilling.
Now he wants to talk about the kids. Because that was funny. He sat down with Tasha K. Apparently, he sat down with Andy Signori over at Popcorn Planet, and apparently, he's following the same media trail that he did last time. Now he's self-publishing his book because he couldn't find a publisher to put it out. I Am Whistleblower is the name of the book. What was it? 38 years of Will and Jada. Now he wants to talk about Bashir Gray. That's funny. Nobody was talking about Bashir Gray but me.
For real.
Why? What is it about the industry that has such a hard time with me being the person that said it first? No, people just want to pretend like I never said anything at all. And then they want to start bringing out the bozos and the weirdos selling their books and selling their merchandise. No, everybody wants to trust bloggers who knew no fucking body and who just sit around getting information from other people and being told what to say. Meanwhile, you got me sitting here, and I've been saying this shit. Like the truth is if I said another word, all people are gonna see is more and more and more things that I have said in the past come to fruition, whether they want to accept it or not. But I was called a liar. I'm just curious. So is Bilal gonna be a liar too? Because he's talking about he's got paperwork, he's got footage. Footage.
It's
You
damn.
want to know who else had footage though that ain't nobody seen? They ever hide nor hair. Courtney Burgess. Whatever happened to him?
Hey,
Him and his lawyer and all of that Burberry, Ariel Mitchell, the same person who put me in a lawsuit for the Ashley Parham case. Y'all remember that, right?
yeah, you and a lot of others.
No, not a lot of others, just four. Me, big homie CC, who, by the way, did you know that he was a private investigator and was becoming a cop in Vegas?
I know.
Yeah, heard the words come out of his own mouth. He's a cop. Isn't that interesting?
He was saving young girls from bondage.
He was saving the young girls from bondage. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, kind of what the mission was.
That's what the mission was. While he was working with Sean Atwood.
Damn.
Because he was working with Sean Atwood. And he was a vampire hunter with the guy Ron. And it was over there with Beverly Rhodes doing mind mapping and locating lost people. And Sean Atwood, as you know, has already done his sped time. He's not even allowed back in the United States for all of the X that he was pushing. And he was the one that was hosting Ariel Mitchell, Courtney Burgess, Adria English, Lamisha Fuller.
Hey, hey. Uh, can-
See, I'm looking into a couple of other things right now too, because I have reason to believe that there were a bunch of fake lawsuits that were filed and registered to sway the public's opinion. They were put out there with explosive details, blaming Diddy for the most heinous things, all for the purpose of them being found untrue to cast doubt on all of the real survivors. Now, you tell me that's not a propaganda plan.
Mhm.
I want y'all to think about some of these Diddy civil cases that have been dismissed. I want you to think about the trial and how nobody wanted to believe Capricorn Clark. After sitting around listening to videos with Lionel B of Lamisha Fuller uh, uh, recounting recollections of Blink Twice, Like she was sitting over there on Sean Atwood saying that whole thing where Big Homie CC was. I'm just trying to figure out how somebody who's supposed to be so heavily entrenched in saving people and helping people, spending so much time working with frauds and criminals. Or why the picture of he and I together, the one time he and I actually did a video, which he practically railroaded me into over there with Cam Capone News when I was visiting with them in Las Vegas. What was that? Last year? 2024? Why was it that picture that showed up in the lawsuit with us together as Diddy employees? Isn't that interesting? Where did that picture come from? Because it wasn't even taken from the footage of us together, because it was Big Homie CC, me, and another guy named Jaguar. But the
Hmm.
picture that they had was just of me and Big Homie CC, and that was after the boy Jaguar walked away. But it was a picture that was taken there. It didn't come from clip frame.
Yeah, it was taken
Someone
there.
there
Yeah,
took that picture
yeah, for real.
of me and Big Homie CC, and somehow that made it into Ashley Parham's lawsuit, labeling me and Big Homie CC as employees of Diddy.
Mm,
Don't that sound fucking strange?
come on.
No, seriously. Because he wasn't working for Diddy at the time, and I never was employed by that fucking weirdo.